Give me a second, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to get my camera to zoom in and out, but of course, oops, sorry about that. It's not doing it. Camera to zoom. Oh, sorry about that. Let me pull my pop-out chat out so I can see you guys if you're asking anything here. Minimize this. Yeah, ever since YouTube did away with being able to do live through Google, it's been pretty messed up. Hey, Tommy, how you doing, buddy? All right, what am I doing here today? Well, let me go back here to Facebook for a second. There's a reason I'm doing that. I got asked a bunch of questions about my ink work and how I go about doing it. If I can find Richard Clark, I believe it was Richard Clark. He's a member of the Red Dragon Model Works and Stymie Syndicate. Hey, Dominic. Hey, Joe. He asked me if I would be able to do something, to show you guys my process with inks. Now, I want to preface this. Look, there's a ton of inks here. I use inks. And a lot of us do. I'm not the only one, but we use inks to enhance the color that we've already laid down on, say, on a particular model. Now, on this guy here, I'm going to go in and do a little bit more airbrush work on him. But for the most part, like all of this right in here, his head, most of this lining up back here, and his tail will be done primarily in inks. Also, all this will be done, his wings that you see here. Let me get him to stand up. I know it's kind of hard. This stuff that you see here is going to be done almost like this. Now, this is ink work, guys. All this was done with Liquitex inks. All that, mottling effect and all that. That was all done with inks. All around here, that's all inks and the teeth. There was I airbrushed it. This is all done with Badger Styrolres, black, terracotta, a neutral color, white, and neutral yellow. That was all the base coats that I did on this. Once I had that down, I went in with inks. What I did here with the teeth was I shot some of this Laminer's yellow from Citadel to do the teeth. All of this is Styrolres. And then you got ink work in here. There's black, there's sepia, there's yellow, there's blue, there's green. It's all in here. Now you can't really, I don't know if you can see it, but if you move it a certain way, you'll see the little blue hints there, stuff like that there. So that's what I did with the metal. That's not going to be done here. Now, this guy, what I'm doing with him is I've already gone in with some reds, some yellows, some greens, some sepias. What else did I use? Minotaur, ghost tint. So, and then there's paint, of course, in there. So, but that's what I'm doing now. Now, I just want to do a quick show, like what I'm doing here. Bob Buskin says, "I get when I first saw the unpainted mask, I thought you had balls on your chin." No, I don't do the huevos on the chin. It's okay. Right here, I have some yellow. It's a little darker than the Laminer's yellow, and it's not as pigmented as, say, the Liquitex ink would be. This is Vallejo Game Ink. It's the 72.085 yellow. It's the Game Ink. So what I'm doing with that is I've got my darks in there and stuff, and then right here I know it. Forgive me, guys. It's not gonna let me focus this damn camera. Right in here, I went in and I dry brushed a little bit of this Screaming Skull from Citadel. So what I'm going in and doing now is I'm adding a little of that yellow in here just to give it a little look, a different flavor to it. Same thing with the nostrils here. So basically, it's like painting, but you're just tinting the underlying paint that's on there. So I just lay it in there. It's like so. It's not difficult to do. Anybody can do it. You just got to be careful with it. Now, if you make a mistake, use some of these or a makeup sponge, and then you can come in and quickly take it off. If it's too hard or you know. But all you want to do is you going in there and just tinting what's already there, adding a different. See now, I don't know if the color, if the camera's picking it up, but there's like 4 different colors in here. You have the tan, the yellow, the sepia, the red, the blue that are in here. You know, so I'll just add the yellow in there like so, and it brings it all together, just like that. So basically, that's what I'm doing. There's no voodoo to it, no ancient Chinese secrets, none of that nonsense. You know, you just go in and just carefully wherever you want different colors. Now again, you can remove it from certain spots, but you just go in and add it. Up here on the head, right up in here, as you can see, there's a lighter color there, so I'll go in and I'll add that because I want that highlighted. Give me that little yellow tinge to it. I want them to have that reptilian yellowy skin to them. So you see how that just changed that value? Right around inside the dark. You don't need a lot of this. So you go in and just tint it. It's painting. It's just you're just painting with inks, and you come in and do that. It's like so. Now that I have that, I want to darken that up just a shade. So let me see what I got here. I don't want to use brown. Brown's too. Let's try a crimson. Add a little crimson to the mix on there. I don't need a lot. And I'm working in small sections, so this will take me almost forever to finish. So take a little of the Citadel wash, and I'll add a little red right in here. And that red will darken that up real nice. Still have the yellow peeking through, but the red will give me that what I'm looking for, that dark, without having to use a dark sepia wash. And that'll darken that up real nice, just like so. Don't be afraid to use to use these, man. I mean, this is a damn good tool in your arsenal. Now, see in here where it's dark, I'll start adding that red. Now, all this you'll see it up close. I mean, I don't know if I'll try to get some pictures of it later. And again, guys, there's a multitude of different ways to do this. This is just the way I do things. Might be a little bit more ass backwards, but it's just the way I do it. Now, up in here by the eye, I'll come in and I'll add that because I want that a little bit redder. So right in there, up underneath, and just bring that out just a hair. Move them over. This is a hard thing to move around with the. Hey, Mayhem Models, how you doing, brother? So you'll come in with the red and just, I don't want to overpower everything I've already done, but I just want the red from, actually it's the Carroburg Crimson from Citadel. It's a good wash shade. So that I'll come in and just in the eyes here. That'll darken that up and give them that, excuse me. Give them that look I'm going. Now I'll go back in here and just add a touch of that in here. Now I'm building it up. So, as you see, like right there. I'll come back over here. Grab a little bit more from there and just add that in here. Now it's very, very little. I'm not grabbing a lot. And then pull that this way. See what I'm talking about? If you put too much in there, you just go in with a little sponge there and just pull that away. Just like that. That'll give me the look I'm going for. The thing with inks, you got to be careful with them, man, because if you let them pull up and they start drying, you're in trouble. See, I'll just tap it with my finger to get the excess off. Just like so. Come up in here. All those little dark spots where the sepia is, I'm going to add that red because that'll give them almost like that fleshy tone there that I'm going after. And it just doesn't seem brown or whatever, it's got a tone to it, Thanks, Retro. Yeah, this is Rockzul T Rockzul. It's from Reaper Miniatures. So I want to come in here and just add that red again. That red ink right up underneath there. And everything I've done prior to this will just blend right in with it. Just like so. Now his head is a focal point along with the wings. So when you first see this, the first thing you see is you see the wings. So you got to take a little extra time with that. You also hear the chest, and the face, that's the first thing that people see. So you want to take a little time on these things, make it look a little decent, and just a little patience, guys, So I don't know if it's translating really good. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to hit the camera. So there we go. We're almost done with him. Now come right here. Here you have that yellow. And now I'm going to add some of that red. Like say in his nostril there. Just like that. And then bring that across like this. Just give him a little shade there. And I'll build that up. Damn it. These wings are huge, man. It's kind of hard to do this big sucker here on camera because his wings keep hitting the camera. But I'll take a little bit off of that, and then I'll come in and just dab at it like this here. Same thing on this side, just to give him a little shadow there. Just dab at it a little bit. Come up here a little bit. Back in there. You see, I'm using my finger just to tap at it. And what that's doing, it's taking off any excess that I have on there that I don't want on there. I'm trying to leave that yellow highlight on the top, on the bridge there. Okay. Come down in here. It needs a little bit more, like right in here. Okay, now get down here. Hey, Frankie B. Hey, thank you, Retro. I appreciate that, man. Oh. Well, there went that. I gotta find that cap. Give me a second, guys. I just dropped the cap it went underneath the desk. So I gotta crawl up underneath the desk. There we go. Got it. Okay. Let me wipe that off so it doesn't harden on that. It's a nice dragon. It's a beautiful dragon. I mean, I didn't want to paint it until once, because with Reaper, some of the older ones, when you get something this big, these wings will start to flop over. So I put it together. It's not pinned, it's glued, but I used like for the legs and the arms. And let me turn him over. He's glued in here. So what I ended up using, instead of just regular putty, I used epoxy sculpt. Went in, filled that all up, smoothed it all down. Same thing with the arms and legs and the head. And I let it set. This has been sitting for weeks, just to make sure that these wings didn't flop over. And they don't, you know. If it's put together right, they won't. So now I'm gonna get up underneath his chin here with some of this red. Before I do that, let me snag some of this yellow here. Hold on. I got an idea. I'm gonna is that the one I want? Yeah. I'm gonna use a little bit of green underneath his chin there. So we'll put that one in there. I'll come in, take a little green up underneath his chin here, and just add some green in there. Just to tint that sepia that's in there. Give him a little look up underneath there. Different look than the top. So we'll do that, and then I'll bring that green like right in here. Let me go over this. This is going to be rough. This is going to be hard. Try to get in there so you guys can see what I'm doing on camera. Oop, my hand's in the way. Get up in here. Add a little bit of that green in there. I don't want it to pool up, so I got to be careful. And then a little bit here on this right there. Come back in there. Now there's a little hint of green in here. Bring that up to his chin here a little bit. Just like that. And then around. Let's get a little bit of that green in here. Just like that. A little bit over here. That's like that. Clean that off. Hey, Everett. Now, forgive me. I'm going to hit this with a blow dryer real quick. now I'm going to go in with the yellow. Right here on this, if I can get this without it so you guys can see what I'm doing. Right here, come on, darn you. There's a horn on his chin here, but there's the flesh that right here. So I'm gonna, let me see if I can get this light in there so you guys can see. I'm sorry about the glare here, guys. So let me get that in there, run this up underneath, like so, and then here. So there's green ink, there's the yellow, there's the green. Bring that around, spin them around a little bit. Come in here. All right. Now there's the yellow. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. That's going to be a bone color. Well, it's already the bone color, but I need to go in with a sepia. So now I'll take the red and just carefully bring it in there and just build up my shadows. Just like that. Come around. I'm holding my breath. Sorry about that. Damn allergies are killing me. And so now I got a little bit too much on there, so I'll take that a little bit off and just start to work that in. Careful not to lose that yellow that I already got in there, or the green, because I want those colors in there. I want you to be able to see those through everything, but I also don't want it to overpower everything. So I'm just, now what I'm doing is dabbing in certain spots. All right, where are we at here? I'll come down here. I'll bring that down. So, and there it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like right in there. Now, I want to add a little bit more color to that lip right there. So for that, I'll come with this. And this is a little bit more pigmented. And it's a little bit stronger. And I don't need a lot, you see? Just need a little. Just a little scotch there. See that right there? This stuff, you got to be careful with this, man, because this will stain the paint. It's not like the Vallejo inks or the or the Citadel inks. The Liquitex inks, it will stain whatever you put it on. So, all right, now let's come here and make sure I don't have too much on there. Right in the lip there, just bring that bright yellow right in there, just like so. Bring it around like that. Come over here, bring it all the way around. And there it is. Now I'll come in here. I'll add a little bit of here. And then I'll work it into the rest of the nostril. Up here on the top. And for the most part, I think whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to bring it across his scales there and across the top there. And that's only what's left on the brush from me doing everything else. So you can still see it. It's still wet as I'm bringing it across. And there he is. There's the face. Now I'm done for the most part with the face. I need to go in and start working on this piece. Now, all of the whole dragon, other than what I'm going to do on the wings, and then for the vast majority of these scales in the body is going to be done with an airbrush. But all the little work that you just see me doing here is basically going to be done on this whole dragon. It takes a long time if you want it to look. Here, let me see if I can get that. Hold on, guys. Let me bring that down. Let me see if I can get him to. See that? Come on. There. You can see all the different colors in there. This is a broken toad. Mark II. This is a number 1. A broken toad number 1 is what I'm using. So yeah, guys, that's what that has been done. I airbrushed the face. So it was basically this color here, the color that you see the rest of it, like right in here. That's what the color was. Then I went in. Once I did that, and I established the base tone. That's all Stynylrez. Then I went in with some Citadel Screaming Skull on a brush, a dry brush. Just went in and just the high points, hit the high points, just to lighten those up so they'll stand out. Once all that was done, and then even around the eyes, like you could see it right there, like right in there and stuff. Once that was done, that's where all of that started coming in. All of this goobly came in. Yeah, I've got. Oh, this was also done. I got an Imperial Blue. Those are regular paints, and a Royal Purple. So that's for the tongue. I was going to use the Imperial Blue, but I went with the Royal Purple. And then I mixed a little bit of that Screaming Skull in the thing here. And then that's where I got, I don't know if you can see that. It's still shiny, the tongue. And then I went over with a purple ink over the top of that. So, all right, guys, I got to let you go. My grandson has got karate, and he does it online. So I just wanted to do a quick, how I do this. If you guys are interested, I'll come back. After my grandson's over with, I'll do a live feed and how I'm doing the whole thing. You guys have a great evening, man. Talk to you guys later. Yeah.